Hey guys, good morning on this wonderful July 15th. I finally found out yesterday that I said the wrong date. It was the 13th. Beautiful day. I'm off Stonewall Road at Stonewall Substation. And wanted to talk about Friedrich Nietzsche. I probably didn't say that right. And nihilism and shit. And I think everyone goes through a phase. Some people get stuck in that phase. And I think those people are not on the highest level of emotional maturity or just maturity in general, because like you get to the realization that most of the shit you're doing doesn't matter, and in the grand scheme of everything you're a very finite being. But that being said, if you just stop there, you literally have like a narcissistic, egoistic, self-centered view of the entire universe. Why would you expect it to all depend on you and matter for what you do? And then when you find out that it doesn't, you just throw your hands up in the air and act like it doesn't matter anymore. Sadly to say though, this ideology that Frederick first espoused has infected so many people, it's like beyond ridiculous. And I think to like a great extent, it's mainly infected white people. I know people from all races can subscribe to any ideology, but I would say like postmodernism, which I think is highly linked to nihilism, is really prevalent in the white community, and that's just fucked up. So solutions for that, I would say, how about you just adopt some Stoic shit, honestly. Stoic philosophy is great. I like Miyamoto Musashi a lot too, but nihilism is literally just giving up. It's just you just become a nihilist because you don't give a fuck anymore, and you don't want to do well, and that's why you do it. And you can fucking do these gymnastics all day, but it doesn't matter. And I don't think I need to elaborate further on that, but I do want to talk about this too. Look across the way here. This is one of the saddest things I ever learned about in college, and I've seen it infect my home county and Montgomery County when I was still in Blacksburg. These are ash trees that have just been murdered in their prime by emerald ash borer. Emerald ash borer is a bug from Asia that came across in some dead ash wood from over there, probably on a pallet on a shipping container, and it started infecting trees here. And here they don't have any natural defenses against it, so these EAB borers are just on a fucking buffet frenzy. They literally, in like 2 or 3 seasons, they can wipe out like most of a county's ash. And ash makes up a big part of our entire like native forest here in the United States. So it's very sad, and it's really hard to control. And if you go on any hike, pretty much anywhere on the East Coast now, you'll be able to see just skeletons everywhere in the landscape. I know there was a hike called Bald Knob near Tech, and if you went to Tech, you know where Bald Knob is. Everyone knows where Bald Knob is. But when I was a freshman and went there, it was just great emerald waves, just mountains of emerald green everywhere. And now, my senior year, which just recently passed, went back there, and now you can see skeletons everywhere, like just dotted throughout the landscape, just like those right there, except they're even older because they're on tops of Appalachian mountains that haven't been logged for like decades. And check my phone for work real quick. All right, no one's contacting me, and it's not 7 yet, so. The damn thing that makes EAB so terrible, though, is that if you are just a rural resident, you have ash trees in your yard, you see one of them dies, you don't think anything about it. You're like, oh, well, if trees die, that sucks. Then you cut it down and you sell it to your friend that lives a couple counties over, and you have no idea that inside that firewood is the scourge of all ash trees. And you send it to him, you give him the firewood, he takes it back home to his county, and then that next season, if he doesn't burn that firewood before the dormant season's over, also known as the winter, he will allow that bug to hatch and start killing all the ash trees in that county. So since rural people are like the last to get news and everything, and especially about like highly ecological science stuff, like it's not tech, it's nothing that's like really all that sexy. It's really hard to contain this shit. And the only way to treat it is to do trunk injections every year, which are only feasible for trees that have a high sentimental value. You can't just go out into the wilderness and start doing it. So, yeah, so that was nihilism and EAB. Fuck nihilism. It's definitely a conclusion we all need to draw, but if you stop there, you are a narcissist. God bless.